Hi guys, what's up? It's Derrick ThaPriest in the seminary, and I'm back with part 2 of the teaching series on Babylon. Yeah, this is a prelude to the song release, which is on the 23rd of April. So keep your ears grounded, or keep your ears to the ground. While you're at that, do subscribe, like, and drop a comment if you find this a worthy discussion. Well, just to recap, we talked about Babylon in the part 1 series, and we're talking about its origin, which is seen in the book of Genesis chapter 11 in the city called Babel. In that city there was this tower called Babel, the Tower of Babel. This Tower of Babel was built using slime and brick, and they built it all the way up to the mindset they're going to reach the heavens. And true to that, God acknowledged that these guys, given the fact that they were of one mind, what they had imagined was actually going to come to pass. So in order to disorganize them and end that plot, he gave them diverse tongues or different maybe diverse tongues may be confused for speaking in tongues, the tongues of those Holy Spirit tongues. But what I'm talking of is that he gave them different languages, in that now they couldn't really communicate. This guy's like, man, Ugamba, like, so there was confusion in that they actually couldn't build the tower, and it was dispersed across the whole earth, and that was the end of it. But it really wasn't the end of it, you see, because it's a three-part thing, this Babylon thing. One, it's a physical being or location or place. Two, it's a system on the soulish level, in that it governs the way people think. It's the way people think and the way people do things, the ideologies that govern a certain area. And then lastly, 3, which is the highest level, it is a spirit. Now the spirit is actually mentioned or referred to in the book of Revelation chapter 17 and chapter 18. Yeah, but the end of that spirit is that it was judged and it was normal. But by the time we got to that, it had actually, there was a lot of havoc that had been done. There was a lot of destruction, there was a lot of loss. And that is the reason as to why I'm actually talking about this, to address you and bring you to light as regards to this topic, to this spirit, such that you are able to recognize it when you see it. You see, we can't really see spiritual things physically, but we can discern them, and we can also see their manifestation in the physical things that are around us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So as I explained to you like this, you'll get acquainted with what the spirit is, and you'll be able to actually recognize it and separate yourself from it. Because in the book of Revelation chapter 18, where God is actually talking about this spirit, he speaks to his children and is like, my people, come out of Babylon, come out of her, lest you suffer the same judgment that I'm going to release upon her. So God is going to release a judgment on this Babylonian system or spirit, but he doesn't want his children in that mix. You get it? The same way he came for Lot before he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. It's the same thing he wants to deliver you, and that's why we're sharing in this topic. How this spirit really works. The main thing that you need to know is those 3 things. It's a physical location, that's why we see it in our history records. Babylon did exist. The location physically was around the present day Iraq. It's a system, meaning it's the way people think or the way people reason, an ideology that governs a certain area. And then lastly, it's a spirit. And now that spirit enforces the system. And when that system is governing so many people in an area, the way they start to live out their lives is just like the old Babylon that we saw recorded, in that their mindset starts to become man-centered. Man is at the core of all their plans. They kick out God, and man begins to be exalted. Now that we saw in the origin, in the book of Genesis, when these guys were building the Tower of Babel, their inspiration was, let us build this tower and make us a name. You see, it was about them. It was not about making God a name. It was about them, and where they were going is where God sits in the heavens.